Hey, what's up guys? It's Dom from Hole Printing Inc. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how to do your maintenance on your DTF printers. Now, even if you have a different model than the model in this video, the same steps will apply. I previously made a video around 1 or 2 years ago on DTF maintenance from A to Z. However, after 1 or 2 years, I've changed up my methods a bit, and I know that this video is going to be extremely valuable for you guys. Not only do I have more steps in my DTF daily maintenance, ensuring longevity of my print heads and quality prints every single time, I also have some new tips and tricks after another year of learning in DTF printing. Alright, so guys, the first step, you're going to come to your DTF printer, you're going to open this lid right here.
Alright, so guys, once you're at your ink containers, I want you guys to shake the ink, especially the white ink. So don't be scared, shake it aggressively for around like 10 seconds and make sure that every single thing gets mixed up correctly. After you're done shaking the ink, you can remove the cap from your ink. Now it's important to also take a look at your ink levels. I'm missing a bit of ink, so I'm simply going to put some more ink. I like to do this when I do my maintenance because the ink has already been shaken. So I'm just topping off my ink. I've shaken my white bottle before inserting the ink. And shake it some more. Don't be scared guys when you shake it. You want to make sure everything gets mixed up properly. And you want to do this every single day before you start your DTF printer. Now that's done. The next step, you can now close this. Take your trusted alcohol prep pad. Now this is a new step in the DTF maintenance. I find that it works perfectly well. Link for these pads at Amazon basically, or even your Walmart, anywhere. Make sure you get alcohol pads though. Put this to the side. Now I want you guys to open up your DTF printer by clicking this red button in the back right here. So the first step, you're going to open this up right now. Now it's open. I want you guys to hold the green power button until it turns on. Now very important guys, we want the cart to stop when it's around
In the middle. So we're just going to wait for the cart to move, and then you want to click the red button in the back to stop it. So I'm going to click the red button right now. Now the cart is in the middle, and now we can actually go ahead, take some sort of, surface, some sort of object like this, like a weeding tool. You simply want to lift this squeegee up like this. Now that the squeegee is up, you can see that it's very dirty. That's why we have our alcohol pad right here. We're going to take the alcohol pad and open it up. And we're just going to pass on the actual squeegee itself, cleaning everything. By doing this, guys, every single day, you will extend the lifespan of your print head, making sure that it lasts as long as possible. Now that the squeegee is done, you can then just go ahead and push it back down. And you can pass an alcohol pad on the actual wasting pump itself. This will remove any dried up ink. And we're pretty much done for this step. Now, as you can maybe not see on the camera, there is some dried up ink. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this. As you can see guys, pretty nasty. Take this, and I actually dropped my alcohol pad inside. So I'm just gonna take that back. So now that's done. Now we're gonna move on to the next step. Again guys, alcohol pads are going to be your best friend in this daily maintenance. Now what we're about to do is we're going to take out another alcohol pad. We're going to take out our syringe and our priming tip. Now we're going to take the priming tip and insert it inside of the syringe like so. Make sure it's properly inserted. As you remember, we keep this cap removed from the white ink. You want to take your white injector, pop it open as such. So just by popping it like this, removing it, you want to take a look at the actual injector. Make sure there's not some white ink that's dried up around it or inside. And you simply want to insert your syringe like this. And you want to pull around 2 to 5 milliliters of ink. Like this. Once you're done, you can simply insert the injector back inside. Take the excess of white ink. I like to shake my syringe like this just to make sure that the ink that's dried up mixes well together, and insert it back inside of the container. Now we're going to repeat this for the other white ink. Pop it open like this, and perfect. Remove and do the same thing. Shake the syringe, insert it back. Now we're done with the syringe. We can put it to the side, and we can actually go ahead and close the cap on the container for the white ink. Now the final step guys is I want you to pop your 2 white injectors as so. Grab Ziploc bags like this. You want to take your white injector and simply put it inside of a Ziploc as so. You don't need to necessarily close it. We're just gonna take a look. As you guys can see, there's a lot of white ink on my injector. Now, if you're using it daily, it's pretty okay. It's normal. You don't necessarily need to do this step. However, if you've been gone for a few days or even maybe like a weekend or something like that and you're just coming back to your DTF printer, it can be very valuable to take the time to actually clean this stuff. So for this example, I'm gonna take the time and take an alcohol pad and clean the white ink. So simple, guys. You just wanna go ahead and you wanna pass around like this, and if ever your fingers are too big, you can use a weeding tool like this and just go around and do a few passes like so. Like this. As you can see, a lot less ink, and you want to do the other one. What I like to do is I like to use one alcohol pad to remove the majority of it, and then I take a brand new alcohol pad and do the rest of it. Again, you can use the weeding tool like this, and you can finish off by taking the alcohol pad, if your fingers are not too big, and just going like around the actual injector itself. So trying to remove, you know, the ink that's maybe clogging up. Like this. Remove the most that you can. Perfect, guys. So that looks pretty good. If ever there's dried up ink like there is here, you can use the weeding tool and try to pick it up. That should be good. And for the last step, with the alcohol pad again, we're going to take the injectors, the dampers, and we're going to insert them back inside. So what we're going to be doing, guys, is open up your alcohol pad like this. It's a very messy job, so you can use gloves if ever you like. I just like to wash my hands after. You just want to remove the majority of the white ink, and you can even go inside with the alcohol pad itself. And then you can insert it inside the print head, as so. And you want to repeat the same step for the other damper. Remove anything that might be clogging up, especially on the sides too. And that's pretty much it. If ever you find out that there's a lot of, you know, white ink inside and a lot of dried up stuff going on, just to show you guys an example, we have a quick we have a bit of dried up ink here. So if you have stuff like this going on, make sure you take the time to clean your DTF printer properly. I'll link a video right here, guys, that you can click, and the video is going to be how to clean your DTF print head, and going step by step basically of what I'm doing right now. So I won't do too much in this video, but if ever it's getting dirty, take the time to clean it. It's going to, you know, help your print head last way longer. So this looks pretty good for now. We're going to insert it back inside of the DTF printer. We're going to take our garbage and throw it away. I'm going to put the Ziploc back inside here. As you can see, pretty messy job. Next step, everything is done for the maintenance pretty much. We're going to do a head cleaning, but before that, I want to go in the back of the printer and turn on the red power button. And you want to hold down the green power button like this. Now the print head is going to go back in its place, go back and forth, and after that we can actually go ahead and do a head cleaning. Perfect. So now that the green light has finished flashing, we're going to move on to the computer right over here. Guys, once you're at your computer, you want to go ahead, go on File, and do Head Cleaning, or F12. And then you want to click Yes and or Enter. Now the printer is going to do a head cleaning. Once the head cleaning is done, we can go ahead and do a nozzle check. This will give us the diagnostic of our printer, leading us to be able to actually start our production. While we're waiting for the printer to finish the head cleaning, you can go ahead and take a scrap piece of paper. So what I usually do, just a general tip, guys, is when I'm doing some productions and I have a bit of extra space on my DTF sheets, most of you might be using rolls, but I'm still using sheets. If I have some space on the bottom, or I have a lot of space because I'm printing small logos, I like to keep my extra scraps. And what I personally do, guys, is I bake my sheet inside of the oven, and after that I cut my sheet, the extra that was remaining. So what I like to do is I take this DTF scrap piece of paper, I insert it inside of the DTF printer, and I wait for the printer to finish its head cleaning, and then I do a nozzle check without having to waste a full sheet of paper. Also guys, just a general tip while we're waiting for the head cleaning to be finished, make sure you have a thermometer like this. These things are like 20 bucks, not even, I think like 10 bucks or less on Amazon, and they give you the temperature of your shop and the humidity levels. So our humidity is a bit low at the moment. We have 35% of humidity. In DTF printing, you want to have anywhere from 40 to 60%. So the temperature is actually pretty good, anywhere from 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. And for your humidity, like I said, 40 to 60%. Make sure you guys grab a thermometer like this. I'll have a link in the description. And make sure you have the correct settings before you start your day. So if ever the humidity is too low, make sure you invest in a humidifier like this, or a bigger one depending on your environment. And if the humidity is too high, make sure you guys invest in a dehumidifier to make sure that everything runs properly in your shop. As you can see, we're slowly having an increase in percentage, which is very good. At 35%, it's pretty okay, but ideally, like I said, we want to have at least 40. So we're going to keep our humidifier running until we hit that 40% mark. And while we're waiting, we can still do our nozzle check and our head cleaning. That's not an issue, but it's mostly when you're going to start your production. You want to make sure that everything is perfect with your settings. So guys, as you can see, the green flashing light has stopped. That's when you know that your head cleaning is successfully done. Now we're going to move on to the final step of this video, which is going to be to do the nozzle check. So we're going to go back to the computer. Once we're at the computer, we can go ahead and do File, and then Nozzle Check, or F11. You want to click this, and then you want to click Yes or Enter. Now we're going to go back to the DTF printer and see the diagnostic of our nozzle check. So as you can see guys, this nozzle check is not good, and I'm happy it happened in this video. The reason for this can be caused by a lot of variables, but to keep this as simple as possible, what you can do next is simply do another head cleaning. Once the head cleaning is done, I'll report back to you guys and give you an update on the nozzle check. If ever this problem persists guys, and you're not having especially your white lines show up, it could be due to the fact that your print head is getting old and it's due for replacement. Link for print heads down below. And also another thing that can be causing this guys is your print head just being dirty. So a video on how to clean your print head right here. Make sure you guys take care of this machine. If not, you're going to have a lot of issues and spending a lot of money on print heads and supplies and stuff like that, just wasting your time pretty much. So we're going to do another head cleaning and report back to you guys. And if ever this problem keeps persisting, take the time to reach out to us and we'll try to help you to the best of our ability. So same steps guys, we're going to take a scrap piece of paper, insert it inside of the printer, and we're going to do another head cleaning. I'm going to do File, Head Cleaning, or F12, Enter. Alright guys, so the flashing light has stopped. That's when you know the head cleaning is done. We're going to move on to the computer and do another nozzle check. So as I said guys, File, Nozzle Check, or F11, Enter or Yes. And let's see if the diagnostic of our nozzle check has improved. Amazing. We're simply missing a little line right here. It's hard to tell on the camera, but this is pretty perfect. So the nozzle check is successful guys. We're ready to move on with our day and start our production. The next step is simply to start printing your sheets. If you found this video on daily DTF maintenance helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Whole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.